Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. It is Hump Day. It's Wednesday, April 13th. We're going smoothly down the Holy Week, Jade. And you're here with Azem, and of course, I'm joined by the wonderful Jade, Gwen Idita, CPL Matters, Stuart Johnson. And we are here for an amazing show. I think that I'm looking forward to the conversations today. I'm looking forward to interacting with the callers, interacting with the people on the live. You guys, like I keep saying, are the real MVP. We appreciate you. But Jade, just doing a wellness check. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I am okay.
Okay, but I'm not good in school, you know. Okay.
Well, at least I pass.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a pass, right?
Yeah. So I'll go with satisfactory.
Yes, there you go.
I'm satisfactory. Guys, as you can see, those of you who are joining us via YouTube, Facebook, and such, Jade is actually wearing dangling earrings. She doesn't know exactly what that signifies, but yes, we who know.
I'm never entertaining this here.
I'm just saying, Jade.
I will not entertain this today with you, sir.
Jade, we know what the dangling earrings mean, Jade.
Yep, we do.
Yeah. Just know people are start to call in about the dangles. Yeah, it can happen, Jade.
Hard troops.
That's the life we live in. That's the world we live in. You know. But Jade, I was talking to somebody the other day. We have to be, not even the other day, this morning before I got here.
You had time to talk to people before you got here?
Yes, Jade.
Wow.
And I was talking to them about the fact that you have to be aware of the signs around you. The universe places signs and patterns in our path.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remain open, vigilant, you'll see the signs. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you're not always able to interpret what they mean. Mm-hmm. But you recognize them. You recognize them. So we have to be open to the signs, Jane. Some others see the big red flag them and think it's carnival.
Patty.
Some others see the big red flags and think it's carnival time and run go down there.
Toxic love might not be the best, but it's the funnest as
Yeah, that's what they say?
Yep. That's what they say.
Only young people say them kind of thing there.
Nope.
What? People with experience answer they say them things?
You must be feel because they got experience. I mean, they got sense.
Oh. I mean, one would hope.
As see them when the Byron song drop, which age group you just see put up the hand? All.
Yeah, Jade. The difference is one age group is reminiscing about that time, and one age group is presently experiencing.
They're
still there.
I thought so. Well, I used to think so. Like I used to think that as you get older, situations get different. That is not the case, friend. I realized that there is no age group on this type of behavior. There's no age limit, on this type of behavior.
I think you might actually...
It's just the person.
Yeah. It really come down to the person. Because some of the things that I hear people, kind of reminiscing about, talking about and stuff, I never went through them things,
Congratulations.
Because some things I was like, I never had that phase. Well, that phase what you're discussing right now, I never, ever had that phase.
You're boasting, eh?
No, it ain't boasting.
Yeah, because
I am blessed.
Can't relate.
I am boasting, Jade. I'm blessed.
And highly favored.
By man.
So
go ahead.
From the stories you've heard thus far, up to this point in your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think has it worse?
Maybe in terms of what?
In terms
like
of
which age group has it worse? Which type of
which sex has it worse?
Jade.
Think about the things that you've heard as
Jade, it is easy to say on the surface, right? Women got it worse.
Oh, because I want to wear.
Women got it worse. Man stupid. Man should be bad.
And whoever listen, hear me say it. One of your own has admitted.
Yes, Jade, I see what some women have to deal with.
This confuse you, innit?
Yes, Jade. The way that men have a tendency to cross boundaries, right? Yeah, but at the same time, that doesn't necessarily mean that is a cakewalk for men either.
I know that. I know that.
It's not a cakewalk for men.
I know.
Yeah.
Trust me, we all go through things, but for some reason, the things they balance it out.
See, for me, is even more like there's something else I have to consider.
Which is?
Yeah, I think no, you know. I think men do really have it hard when it comes to dealing with women, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, for me, I look at it as by time longer than twine.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is I feel that as time goes on, men's value in the dating marketplace tends to increase, and then the perceived value of women tends to decrease. And so at the end of the day, the longer this thing on, like, men probably getting, having a slight advantage in the dating market. So I think that's kind of why I would say, like, women guide us.
Interesting.
Yeah, women have all these, like, clocks and so that they say they have.
Imagine that, eh?
Mm-hmm. And so I think what happens is a lot of times some women get caught up in this time going. And then there's the balance between all the things that you said when you were 21 and all these standards that you set for yourself that really and truly probably wasn't attainable. Because, again, man's stupid. And then you get down to the point where the prospects are probably a lot less as time goes on, and then so it gets more and more difficult as time goes on, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
perfectly put.
Yes, in the long run, I'd say men probably have it a lot better. Yeah, for the most part, in the dating marketplace. In life, maybe not, but in the dating marketplace. Yeah.
I can agree with you.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, man. Kevin said, what? That's a wild statement to make, by.
I guess he's trying to say, like, I've been watching Kevin Samuel, but I think a lot of I think what happened is that Kevin Samuel, I can't watch Kevin Samuel.
That's why I'm like, that's a wild statement for them to put on you.
No, but I don't really see anything, let's say, inherently wrong with what he says. My thing is the presentation in terms of the the ladies kind of calling in and having this conversation. Like, it does upset me.
I don't know, like, why we like to embarrass ourselves on the internet like this for men,
Jade.
A lot of the embarrassments we've gotten in life, the big ones as women, it's because we've done things out of love for men. We need to stop. When we love and we feel that little, that little tinge of crazy that has come with it, that little in the back end, put down your phone. Take a walk. See if you could burn off the steam. Because
watch an episode.
What? No, don't watch the...
Watch an episode of Bridgerton or something.
No, that ain't gonna help.
No, that might make it worse.
You have to do nothing that has to do... Anything that has to do with love is going to trigger you. Because you're going to sit down there and start to overthink. One thing with women, right? We will create something in our head. We will create a scenario from the smallest piece of evidence. So anything to do with love...
You don't need evidence. Let's be honest. You don't need evidence.
Can I speak?
I'm just saying.
You say women don't need...
Women don't need evidence, Jade. Like,
we just need what?
Jade, what you need...
So what do we create these things out of then, since it's not evidence?
Jade, you know how... wherever this... where it is? The things that women create, these scenarios that women create most of the times, they come from the same place where Dougie had sent the national debt. The poof place. Poof. That's where they come from. You just poof. They just poof. I'm serious, Jade. Like evidence?
Don't do that.
No, but Jade, it's true. Like sometimes when you sit and you try to reason with your partner about, explain to me like where this coming from.
You ever had a woman be upset with you over a dream that she had?
Okay, this is a thing. This is a real thing. I'd call that person and she dream as him, right? So I have to literally, you know why I did that? I recognize at a very young age, the best way to deal with a woman's dreams is to literally personify the person in her dream separately to me. So whenever I had a dream about you, I say, what dream as them do now? So automatically I'm setting up the construct that is a separate person other to me. So you can't so I listen to the story about what dream as them do, but please understand, it wasn't as them. So that's how I deal with that.
So I'm
guys,
getting...
Uncle Royal is giving you some tips. Whenever a lady, Jade, listen.
I've never done it.
Guys,
I've never woken up upset over anybody's
Jade,
kind of a dream. But I've heard plenty stories.
Jade.
And this one is hilarious.
Jade, I'm telling you, it is a thing. And it ain't not, and you can't dismiss the feelings, Jade. You can't dismiss the feelings. You know you was busy sleeping.
Next to them.
Jade, you well know. I have friends who have been woken up out of their sleep with a slap to the chest. Brap! And when you jump up out of sleep, want to know what happened?
Lord.
It's just a look. It's just a look. Just the look of...
We've been through too much as women.
Jade.
We're traumatized.
Guys, listen to
We're
Uncle
traumatized
Royal.
as
Listen to
women.
Uncle Royal. In those situations, what you have to do is set up a construct where the person who she's dreaming about is not you. It might sound strange, but in the moment, she believes that it is you. And you have to do something. You can't just say, it was a dream. You can't just say, you have to validate the dream, but you have to also separate yourself from that person. That person is Dream Jonathan. What Dream Jonathan do now? I can't stand the fella, you know. I can't stand the fella. The best thing you could do is also share in her anger for that person. But he always doing some stupidness here.
So if this why I vex, that you're...
Wait, it can't be me because we vex at the same person. It can't be me. It is not me. That's why I don't do. What dream has him do now? Tell me.
That's crazy.
Okay, it ain't crazy for you to come bang me in my chest up my sleep.
No, that's all. That's all. I'm not gonna lie.
Brap!
That's wild.
One slap across your chest. Brap! Like WWE.
You know how it feels to be woken up in that manner?
Nope.
Neither do I. But
You doing something fun.
mm-mm.
Doing something fun. You doing something fun, Jade.
Wow.
Jade, people been getting upset with their partners over things they saw on Lifetime movies.
Yeah, I remember that was a thing.
That was a big, Jade. That was a huge thing. Lot of man done had to deal with the missteps of a Jeremy who he never met.
Not
Never.
only that, when you have a girlfriend, right, and she has friends, and the friend has been hurt by their boyfriend, yes, Alt, you know?
Oh yeah. There's a collective hurt that spreads through the friend group, guys.
Once that hit the group chat,
Yeah, there's a collective
you're
hurt.
in for a rough day.
No, I've been in situations where I had to ask a dude, yo, what is he do? Because I need to know what I'm preparing to deal with. No, I've done that. I've done that.
Yeah,
Like
I
there go,
can't
like
answer you
I
for
get the. As I'm going over by my thing, seem like something happened with Shian. You know that kind of like it's dismissive. That's how they start out like, come like something happened with Shian, whoever. Let me go see what going on. See, right off the bat, yo, me bye.
that.
What you do? Let me know what I'm dealing with. Cause I know when she come back. Brother. Just tell me what you do. Me ain't telling nobody it's between me and you. I just need to know what I got to deal with. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Somebody just stay home and think it's all good. Bro, she coming back with the wrath of 1,000 demons.
She coming back with a racket for real.
Yeah.
You might as well just be sleeping.
Don't look for nothing to eat when she come back.
Just go to sleep. Trust me, go to sleep because when she come home, she gonna take a shower vex. She gonna try wash off some of the steam. She gonna go sleep. She gonna sleep it off and feel
Jade.
better the next day. If you get it raw, fresh, unfiltered.
Jade, let me tell you exactly what's gonna happen. Jade's advice about going to sleep is valid. But that's not the purpose of this sleep is not to allow her to calm down before y'all eventually have to think. It's because you know it's gonna be a long night. Because you are going to have to discuss what she has just already discussed for the last 3 hours. She's coming home. So what you do? Get your sleep in early. Can't be a long night. You just gotta be there. But for real, bye. But some man, I don't know what be going on in them. I don't know what be going on with them fellas, yeah. But I mean, what you think? Why you like? For real, that's what you do.
And you better not
But to
agree
me-
with anything he said.
But to me, they love each other, you know. But maybe just ain't they ain't meant to be together.
Yeah, you can't agree with nothing he do. Like nothing at all. You can't even seem to look like you're understanding what he do. It's problems for you.
Jade, any man ain't do nothing. I had a friend. Jade, I had a friend. He he alleged. Let me say alleged. Because it's so crazy I don't want to believe. I went to their house one time. And I found it strange that all the cereal was out of the boxes. So they had the bags. So I was like, boss, why y'all don't get some of them those glass, the containers, and put them in the things? I said maybe he don't know about the containers.
Yeah, but where all of them out the
Right, guys, this was in the US, so you know cereal is a thing.
Yeah, but I still
So
understand
the
where all
whole
of them
top
out
of the
box.
fridge is like cereal bags lying off. So I was like, bye, what you do, right? He got these glass things, all these plastic ones. It's gonna be Walmart, just show them in anything. I think for the freshness. The man said, boss, if I tell you why them things out of the box. So he talking about. He said, he girl come over and the special K box had a woman. She decided that the woman is his type. She want him seeing this woman every morning. So he said he thought it was a joke.
I hope
He thought it was a joke, and so he
I
laughing
hope
and
so.
he laughing. She said, okay, no problem. She come back the next day, say, wait, man, I asked you to do this. Say, that little thing you can't do for me. That little thing, that means it's a real issue then.
Wow.
It's really an issue because I come back to the same thing. If it wasn't an issue, you would have just take it out. So that means I was right. You saw the logic there, you saw the logic.
No, I don't. I can't see it as him.
Okay, but she see it though. He said, so why you didn't just take out the one for the box? The man said, but that can look stupid. So you just take out all and throw all the box them.
But there's some strange things for love, you know.
That there you
Some
go.
very strange. That has to be it, because why else would you literally take that person serious? We just do some strange things for love as because I wasn't moving on. That's a wild take, you know. For you to, I believe you're making it up.
No, Jade.
No, I believe you're making it up.
No, because I've heard other guys speak of similar situations.
The line.
No, I've heard guys speak of similar situations where their partners seem to get, for want of a better word, jealous of images, like on, inanimate objects. I guess the new version of that is women getting upset over the fact that you like or follow some random girl who's airbrushed in Jordan somewhere.
You know, remember when Instagram used to show people what you were doing, what they were doing? Like, you could have gone on a tab on Instagram and see what somebody else was doing. Yeah, I see women get jealous of pics and
I tell you.
Yeah, but
It's a real thing.
But the woman on the cornflakes box?
Wait in a pic.
Okay, I can listen.
Yeah, but it will show you what people doing.
I can't go with this cornflakes thing.
No, it's a real thing, Jade.
Okay. Yeah. That used to cause problems in people's relationship, because women used to go over into the boyfriend's tab and just watch all the women that are liking.
But you don't do that still?
No, you don't.
Jade, I have...
No, it does not, as in they removed it. You know why they removed it?
Because it was causing problems in people's relationship?
Yeah.
But
They
no,
remove it, man.
because... Oh, it depends if your thing is... Maybe it depends on if your thing is public or what. Because if I go to somebody's page, like, let me just pick a random person. Right? If I go to somebody's page, you could see who they're following.
Yes, but you used to
Oh, that's all you need to do in your relationship. That's all it need. That's all it needs.
But they used to take more. I guess because they removed that tab, the following is now it.
Yeah, so they go to who you're following and then they say, oh, you follow such and such. Then what they do, they go to who you followed and then go to the person's page now to see if you have liked any of their pics. And then once they go and see you have liked one of those pics, okay, I see what you're doing. See what you're doing.
I'm sorry, friend, that you have to go through all of these things.
Yeah, that's what man got to deal with. That's what man got to deal with.
I promise that all of us aren't like this.
What? Why? That's true. That's true. That's true. All women aren't like that.
Just so I don't feel like all men terrible. A good 95% of y'all, but not all.
No, Jade. No.
98,
What happened,
0.5,
Jade, is that is about
No?
94.7% of all the men that you all want are terrible. That's what going on. That is what going on. People vex. People is vex. People is
But how we
vexing.
gonna terrible if we want that? Okay, so who does want people they want? That don't make that logic don't make no sense.
Me telling you that. I tell you maybe y'all need to adjust what your definition of terrible is.
We have to adjust what we think terrible is.
Yes, Jade.
There's a terrible scale.
Jade, we
What's-
just talk about how some women believe it's terrible that you have women on your cornflakes box.
No, there's
She
a
needed
terrible-
to adjust what she think
Yeah,
terrible is.
because that's. I hope she ain't listening. Man, may judge you. Because they're crazy.
No, but
Listen.
don't get me wrong. I think there's situations where you could feel uncomfortable over what your partner is doing. That on the surface,
Sorry.
what going on?
If something ain't wrong with Axel, man.
Yeah, Axman's a problem.
Wow.
Axman's a problem. But I was saying that, sometimes you get to a situation where you could feel uncomfortable with the actions of your partner, which really and truly on the surface might seem okay, but if those actions if you start seeing some correlation between the things that the person is doing and how they treat you, then I could see an issue, right? I could see an issue with that. As a matter of fact, I had this is a conversation that I don't think a lot of people. There's people on both sides of the fence. Can we create insecurities in somebody, or do those insecurities have to be there before? So if somebody is acting in a way that signals, okay, this person is insecure about something, is it possible that you were the one who created that insecurity, or is it that this person must have been insecure about this prior and you're the one who see? Witty says insecurities come out. I believe we can create insecurities in people.
Yeah, I want to believe so too. Like, I've actually heard people say that
See?
somebody they weren't insecure about something before, and then the partner just created and implanted that into them until it became like a big thing for them.
I believe, for instance, there's somebody.
Who is this heartless person on the live that is saying nobody should affect you that much? Of course, that don't make sense. I feel like we as people feel like we are indestructible, forgetting that the people closest to us are often the ones that affect us the most, because that's somebody that is literally loved by you, you love them, they're around you all the time. That's somebody that might know you inside out. Of course, that eventually things that are going to affect you that much.
We are social creatures, right? We are social creatures, so we operate in these social circles, right? And what happens is, as what we call closeness, as we get closer to people, what really is happening is that we are allowing them into our space. Of course, they can affect what going in there. It's like saying nobody could come into your house and not rearrange your furniture. Like you don't want them to come in and just start rearranging your furniture, but you allow them in, and so they have access. Once you grant people access, they have power now. They have power. How they use that power. This is why you don't just let anybody into your house. Which is why you shouldn't just let anybody into your space. Right? But you can't. I'll give you an example.
Ooh,
A woman.
You touch a spot.
A woman might be. A woman might be comfortable with her body. Have no insecurities. Have no insecurities that at least she can identify, that she's have to deal with, right? Very comfortable. She knows she is beautiful. She's attractive. She gets a lot of attention, compliments from same sex, all of that. But if she has given room to her partner, right? She loves him. They're close. She values his opinion, and she goes to his, let's say, Instagram account. And all the women he follows have, like, surgery done. Maybe they're, like, double D breast. Maybe they have the BBL crazy. And she starts seeing a pattern. She starts seeing a pattern. She might not say anything like, okay, he just like that. Like, okay, he like big breasts and whatever. She might be an A cup. She's, again, very comfortable, very beautiful, whatever. You can't tell me that if she starts seeing that trend, let's say the man just make a comment and say something without trying to even hurt and goes in jest or you're flat-chested something or whatever.
Oh, nah.
No, bear in mind, this might have been a joke that he has made all the time and it never affected her because she's comfortable.
Because she already saw.
Because now she sees that this is a thing that he's liking on his social media. Now it starts planting questions.
And she going to start to say, I wonder if all the time he was making jokes or he was trying to tell me something.
If he trying to tell me. Yeah, so you can't. You start create. We affect the people that love us. We affect them. And sometimes we create in them these insecurities. You know, we create these insecurities that really and truly might not have existed. Because you could be secure in certain things and insecure in other things, you know. You understand? So, I believe that we have the power to affect the people around us. Sometimes, so in other words then, she might not, in general, have an issue with him liking certain or following women on social media. But now she sees a pattern and then she draws that pattern into how he treats me. And then now she starts questioning and feeling away and, you know, so...
With this again, next man. That is not a problem solver for
No, but the problem is the man might not have no issue with her at all. The man might think that she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Because in your head.
Because in your head, you understand where I'm coming from? In your head, he got a problem with you.
Without conversation,
the man ain't got an issue.
Just done, yeah, man.
And this happen. I see this happen all the time. I speak to my friends, and they go, because the girl might find a pattern in girls you liked before. If she doesn't fall into that pattern, she starts wondering if I am what he likes.
I watch so many TikToks with the same
sentiment, right?
Yeah. These are normal things for people, I realize.
Yeah, and so I just be like, bye. And when I talk to my friends, I talk to just men in general, they'll admit, I don't understand what she issue is. Like, I think she's the most beautiful woman in the world. She's the most beautiful woman, but she looking at who was and she don't recognize me with them no more. Or maybe I just like that too.
Somebody said life short and therapy expensive.
Bye. Good morning, caller. You're live on LNT. Let's see what this caller have to say. So people trying to get in on the conversation. Good morning, caller. You're live on LNT.
Good morning. Good morning. Fabulous Jade. Good morning.
Morning.
You guys have an awesome show, huh? You guys have an awesome show. And I don't know how you just get into my head sometime in the morning, but you do. This is such an interesting conversation that you're having. And if I can just share one of the things that I have experienced in my lifetime, which if I had to do it all over again, oh God, I would start earlier. You can't be anything for anybody until you are something for yourself. You have to work on your strength and know who you are. Nobody, and I'm going to say this carefully, should be able to come into your life and turn your life upside down unless you allow them to. That is the strength that you need to have within, and know who you are. First of all, you can't go pick out nobody for you if you don't know who you are, if you're not comfortable within your own skin. So that's the first thing you have to work on. As a parent, I've tried to instill that in my child. And I started it older. I had my child when I was 38 years old. I didn't have a child when I was a young girl. But it taught me a lot along the way. I had gotten my head knocked up a couple of times, gotten my heart broken a couple of times, and all those things. So by the time he came along, I had enough to instill in my child that hopefully would help him along the way. And ladies, you are stronger. You are more awesome than you think. Love yourself first. Love yourself first. Nobody can come into your life and step on it and walk up and down on it unless you allow them to. Know your strengths, know your worth, understand and know what you want for you, and then look at everybody else and tell them goodbye until that right person comes. It's okay to be alone. It is absolutely okay to be alone. Guys, oh wow, I can go on and on this morning, but this is an awesome subject, and I just wish some of the young ladies, and I can only speak for the young ladies right now, would just understand their worth and work on their worth and love yourself. Don't let anybody tell you no foolishness. Love yourself first, because you cannot love anybody else until you love yourself first. Have a nice day, guys.
All right, you too. You do the same.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what should happen, right? And
That's what should happen.
That's, let me say, that's what some people think it should happen. But for me, the question is, can you really love? Right? Can you really love if you don't allow the person's space in your life to be able to affect you, whether positively or negatively?
I don't think so.
Because in other words, right, you would want your partner to be able to inspire within you good feelings.
Yeah.
But I think in order for them to be able to do that, that means giving them the space to be able to affect you negatively as well.
And nobody perfect.
The thing is, you would want to hope that you've made a choice where the person who you've given yourself to intends and have only the best in mind for you.
But we won't ever know that until we get to that place. So it's very hard to tell people, like when you tell people pick better partners and these type of things. Yeah, I don't feel like people go out with the intention to be like, you know what, use the worst, I want you. Well, unless that's what you're into and you don't get here, but and so when you tell people they have to choose better partners and pick better and want better, that's literally what they're trying to do.
They're going through the process. I think what happens though is that persons also then have to take responsibility for the choices that they make. So yes, you have to go through the process of choosing, but what is it that is your metric for deciding on who to choose in the first place? Maybe it's not a matter that your process is wrong in terms of being open to new experiences and finding people, but perhaps what you're using to identify the people that you experiment with is the issue. Maybe you need to change your qualifications and your the things that you're asking for, the things that you're looking for. Because some people, this is what I find happening to. A lot of people talk about, it's okay if you ain't working out. It's okay. You can move on. Blah, blah, blah. But what's the point? But what is the point of continually moving on if you're just moving further and further into the sunken place? Like, if you're just moving further and further into the sunken place, I think a lot of times, like the caller said just now, it's okay to be alone. Like, it's okay. People don't understand that there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Now, we don't want anybody to be lonely, right? But it's okay being alone. Like, and I think at times in your life it's necessary for you to be alone. I think that's one of the issues with some men, especially too. Like, we talk about it with women. Like, oh, she just jumping from relationship to relationship. She always got some man. She always needs some man, whatever. But the truth is, a lot of dudes, the reason they behave that way, what happens? It comes out in a different way for men. So a lot of men, you know, they don't have no time to be alone. They always got some partner. They always experimenting somewhere, looking whatever. And whereas with a woman, it might result in like this accumulation of baggage that, you know, we call the bag ladies, and, you know, we know what the baggage is, right? But for men, a lot of times what happens is that they just don't really even appreciate like romance, love, these things, because options, the option, how we rationalize it is always an option. So sometimes you miss out.
That.
Sometimes you miss out on something because, well, there's always an option, and you just move on because you can. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Bye. What? This was easier back then? No.
No, girl, crazy.
My parents had 20 family and so.
It was harder back then, but you know how hard it be to keep your second and third family a secret now? Social media just really.
You don't try it. Well,
a man literally on one island. Do you have one island? Sometimes in one village. Man got 2 family in one village.
Can't try that. Nobody.
And none of the 2 family them know about each other.
And that's why all I end up dating our cousins and brother and sister. And so because our fathers refused to just tell the truth and stop the nonsense. No, they can't do that. But I mean, some kind of, because you see women are technically afraid to post their men afraid to post their women. So no, we're going back to that place where people are identifying people from like toes and bed sheets and do-rags and all these things, because people literally are afraid to post a significant other in fear of that they belong to somebody else or they're going around somebody else, because people would not hesitate to blast you. Eh?
That's the problem. The problem ain't that the person going with somebody else, but what you gonna talk about? That's a very toxic take.
But it's true. It is true.
This is the people I'm happy on the beach. Just either get with the program or relax.
You know much women,
you gonna DM?
You know much women I don't see zoom in.
Women are the best investigators.
To identify a toenail or a toe that she not crooked on a man that she know is hers, and he out on a date with somebody else.
Check the date, call restaurant is date. What's the time? Okay,
what
he told me he was doing at this particular time.
Okay.
Tell me he was working, but I realized I couldn't get him on the phone. Yeah, watch it up. To the police force.
Hire some of these women.
Y'all find these murders easy. Women got some investigative skills out of this world.
Somebody said I must have family members or friends that have that type of relationship. No, but I have television and I have the internet, which is free and shows you everything. There's plenty of things on the internet that...
Jade, what internet? Jade, that happened right here. That happened right here, Jade. Well, people end up dating their cousins and things.
All the people with the same last names.
Jade, I don't run from that there, no. You
don't date nobody with three last names.
When I was in CFB, I had this young lady from Nevis. I thought she was very, very attractive. Thought she had a nice personality.
I'm sure.
It was all about the personality.
Of course.
And so I started talking to the young lady, and eventually she told me that her mother's maiden name was Bailey. Well, that was the end of that, me need to go find out if anybody in my family know about she. I think, and I know there's several Bailey clans that we're not related to. Right? I think my Bailey come out of Antigua and thing. But it's fine. It's fine.
Remember, guys, we live in a small Caribbean country.
Them things that happen, Jane.
It has.
Them things that happen. Things that happen after. This happened after.
Yes.
Part of the issue too is that because a lot, like you were saying earlier, people have several different clans. You know, you have several different clans. So the clans are branching off, and those clans go have several different clans, like 2-3 trace backs by somebody cousin. You don't even know.
You know how you just find out when you go to the family reunion at Christmas? Like if they have this one Christmas where they decide, you know what? The whole family getting together by somebody's house, different family groups and sets and stuff.
Yeah, that happen. When the clan them come together. That's one thing we need to, and I think that's one thing we need to push. Family reunions.
I agree.
Family reunions.
Y'all need to know y'all lineage and y'all family members and y'all trees and stuff for a lot of reasons. And this is one very important reason.
Yeah, but people,
You know how you're going to feel if you walking in with your father and the dude you're dating walking in with his father.
Oh, that's happened several times.
And now is, like, what are you supposed to do?
Come meet your cousin.
Me whom, sir? I've met him.
No, I've heard, I know people who that has happened to. And I asked them, so why do you say, but it was just pretend like we never met each other yet. Then meet up behind by the trash can and be like, girl, so what we doing?
We don't start.
What we doing?
Y'all nasty.
No, they're not. You can't.
They don't start. From the time you find out, I feel like you should stop.
No, you know what the question is after that?
Oh.
Okay, so how close you really be?
Wow.
A second, third?
Third.
I was waiting for the comment to come in about the fact that we are related somehow.
Listen, I got it out.
Yeah, but no, like you'll find these little loop arounds and then you got to come back and think, okay, so wait, she related to you? Because people have common relatives. And then you start going, okay, she related to you by what side? Mother or father? Oh, father, okay, cool, we nothing.
Not at the family reunion, as in.
Not at the family reunion. If you're at the family reunion, most likely.
Clear indicator.
Yeah. This happened, Jay. It ain't not too frown on. Good morning, Carlo. You're live on LNT. What's up?
Hey, morning, bro.
Morning.
He come like I was at my auntie funeral about 10 years ago. I had the same experience. 4 years dating, and a cousin of mine come to me, boy, come and introduce you to one of the sexiest cousins I have.
Wait. The person that introduced you used the word sexist?
Yes?
That's his cousin. Like he's just saying he have a pretty cousin.
No.
He had,
Yeah, and sexist to different words, you know.
The exact words are right. She's a female. She was like, come and show you one of the sexiest cousins.
See, it's different when it's two girls.
Introducing your that's so weird.
So I was like, what? I got sexy cousins in my family? I was like,
You
okay, I want to get that.
You see?
No.
You see?
Serious as that.
So what happened? After that?
So after we I was waiting by the bar area there, and I see my girl come up, and I see my cousin coming up. I was like, something tell me, hold him out, don't say nothing yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then my cousin come tell me, come and introduce you. Look so and so. Boy, my heart drop. I feel bad. I don't want bad. Because you know what? He's like, after 4 years, right? Mind you, she ain't carrying my title. The
Right.
titles are like two different titles, so completely different. I have a policy, right? Once you have anything close to my title, even if it's spelled wrong,
Yeah.
ain't touching it.
Yeah. I got
Yeah,
you.
wait long enough in the family tree.
But after that they start digging, boy. I walk out, I don't want to make, listen, right? It just didn't fall bad on my half, it fell bad on hers as well, because she stopped eating for like a little while. She was like depressed and all
Yeah,
this kind of thing.
4 years, man. 4 years. There must have been a connection. There must have some connection there.
That was tough. But differently to that, right? Concerning relationships and stuff for people get into. Normally, you know, a lot of it could be avoided, right? Because, I mean, like for ladies especially, if you hear somebody down the road complain instead of the lamppost, they're not good. You're not going to go into the lamppost, you know? So, when some people get into relationships and get knocked out, they get into relationships and get knocked out because they want. And men on the other hand do the same thing. I mean, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but 1,000 freshmen can't be wrong neither. So a lot of the times it would happen that way. Like you're hearing something like somebody might be an abandon against somebody else and be like, oh, that person not good and whatever. But when you get to meet the person, then it's a totally different ball game. But doing so and listening to the same way, it has an evaluation process. You look to see what the person doing, where the person going, who the person hanging with. Because, mind you, a lot of the times, 70% of the time, you hear somebody bad mouthing somebody else, we do in the dark.
Yeah. That's true.
And you see them same two persons are getting together. I see them liming, I see them hanging out. So it all goes with investigation, as I said. Women are the best investigators, man better. Yeah, I tell you, men are better investigators. It's just that we don't use our skills to the benefit of our advancement.
I got you.
We only use it to advance in one place and one place only. Because let me tell you, and I'm almost sure any man who listens to this show right now could assess to it, is that when you see a man want to get something from a woman, the good as I was say, but we investigate everything what we need. By the time we reach there, we don't know exactly what's going on. We could probably tell you what they call the underwear if you're not careful.
So why you on the radio lying like this? Why are you lying like this, sir? Come on now. Look, come on now.
So you don't think? Okay.
Sir, please, please, spare me. Don't lie to the listeners.
My fair lady, I would ask you one simple question, right? The boyfriend that you have or the husband that you have now, right?
Oh, let's start over.
Okay. So the last one you had.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The ex.
Uh-huh.
The ex. When he came to you, was he oblivious to the fact, or was he oblivious to your likings, your behaviors and all these things, or was he aware of something?
So you're just dating strangers? Like, you don't date people?
No, not a matter of dating, but down.
No, you know something, but you're making it seem like you. First of all, you start wrong because you said men are better investigators than women. Total lie.
Well,
total lie.
Okay, let me retract that. Let me retract that comment. I would then say most men, or a handful of men, I know that fact. Maybe about 7% are general population.
From 5 to 7. Wow, this is.
Yeah. Because analyzing what you just said, it brings me back to the fact that you got some of us really on the dumb side. So I'll take it back.
I got you, man. But I understand what you're saying.
7% of men, we are better investigators than women.
Okay. Well, I have a few
women have a 60%.
No acts, man.
I hope you're in the 7.
Well, I tend to do my own investigation. As I said before, I don't believe in judging people book by cover. I do my own investigation. So if I hear somebody saying, "Oh, the lamppost, the wall, or whatever," I would then go out of my way. If I have some sort of interest in getting to know the person, I go out of my way and do my own investigation.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day.
Well, Carla, thank you so much for this engaging conversation. We have some other calls that we have to get to. But I hope you and the 7% have a great day.
Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. Okay. Jade, I don't know. I most men ain't buy then.
That's why I tried to figure out why would he say that.
But he's a 7%, so he must know. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Jade, I like how you just keep him. He just diminishing little by little as you talk. No man is no better investigator than a woman. We have what we call woman intuition. And when that woman intuition kick in, you better look out. Because we're going to find out whatever you're hiding. Come on, we're not stupid.
I don't understand why he would say that.
But again, as women, we know history is something that we can learn from. When you're looking for a good man, look at the way they treat their mother. A man who take care of their mother and treat their mother good, and I'm talking about respect, you find that you have a good man. And if you find a man who have 5, 6 kids over here and he don't look after those kids, let him keep on moving.
The better?
Because eventually he's not going to take care of you and yours when he come along either.
Exactly.
Let him keep it moving. Don't think, I always wonder what makes, and I ask myself, why does some woman think he's going to treat me better than how he treat that one over there? He got kids over there and he don't take care. But I'm so special that mine is going to be more special than the others. No, come on. After he drop you, the same pattern going to repeat itself. But sorry, sir. Woman is a much better investigator. We got that knack. I would oh boy. You know what?
Cleo, come. Don't let yourself on the radio now. Remember, Theo listening. Don't come out your tricks on the radio now.
I'll hold my peace. Have a good day, guys.
All right, same to you.
Cleo, I almost get caught up just now, you know.
And that, Theo done pass all the checks.
That's true.
Theo done pass all the checks.
Remember
Theo does so I'm listening like, I done pass all the checks. I ain't gonna study about that.
It's true.
But yeah, I just think that when we start talking about doing investigations, men don't hot up your head. Right now, all you gotta do is check your Instagram. You tell you all you need to know. They put everything on the Instagram, bro. Like last night, I was looking for this story that I saw last night. Well, it was a thread. So it's like the first thing is the first story was, if I said this, people don't know what I'm talking about.
Don't say it.
But she posted on she posted on she stories.
Don't say it.
But she posted on she stories.
Go ahead.
She posted on she stories. So the first post was it's hot girl summer, but just don't. I know it's hot girl summer, guys, but just don't talk to my dude. Right? Okay, cool.
I mean, little one.
The next post was a meme talking about the fact that all I really want is a husband.
What?
Like I really want a husband. Like I didn't see anything wrong with the post. Like okay. Like I would like to get a husband.
But she just said don't talk to him. So she.
Yeah. So we're just looking at the progression. The next post is her at a club, twerking while smoking hookah.
Ooh.
Right. Mm-hmm. The next post is her twerking in the same club, in the same sharp black leather dress, while based on the nails, I would assume it was women, just kind of spank her while she's twerking in the club, right?
Getting spicy.
Now, the problem is that a lot of times, it is not that anything is inherently wrong with the behaviors or whatever, right? But I don't think a lot of times, so in other words, this is I think is the mindset of women. Nothing wrong with what I'm doing. So why should the guy feel a way about what I'm doing? The problem is with that is you have a desire for what you want, but yet don't consider what it takes to achieve what you want. So you want a certain type of man and don't really stop to think about, are you the type of woman that type of guy would like? In other words, let me put it this way. I think a lot of times we need to stop complaining for the results we didn't get when we didn't do the work that was necessary to get it. If you're not preparing yourself to be the type of partner that the person that you want would need and want, right? Mm-hmm. Then stop complaining over the fact that you didn't get that person. Like it weirds me out. Men know we have to do this because women are quite vocal about what they want and who they this and who they bam, 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 bam. If we start saying them things, we sound crazy. Everybody was jumping on Cam Newton throat the other day because he said, girls think about such and such and such, and then women know how to cater to a man's needs. But so and then because he said a woman should know how to cater to a man's needs. All of a sudden, like, he getting bashed. Now, my thing was that... Which is weird because if a woman come out and say that a man should know how to cater to a woman's needs, like, nobody bats an eye.
I don't feel like we should not feel like we need to do certain things just because we are opposite sex. Like, everybody needs... The sexes might be different, but everybody needs certain things from relationships, and not knowing... Were you here then?
The point I'm getting at, Jade, is that a lot of times... it is acceptable for women to run off this laundry list of things that they want from their partners. However, if men were to go out and start sending up this, it's not taking the same. It's not taking the same. But a lot of times what that spills into is the fact that women know what they want, but at the same time have no real consideration for whether or not they are who they want. Like, I would literally see women speak about the fact that they want, like, a God-fearing man, a praying man, a man who knows how to protect his family, a man who knows how to provide for his family, all these kind of things. And the next thing, gonna be doing things that probably aren't God-fearing, right? Probably looks by a man like that as something of you know, that exists in a value system that doesn't line up with his. Mm-hmm. So how is it that you want this man to be able to put his life on the line, which means he has to value what it is that he has to protect this thing, but you have a totally different value system to him. So where you think you rank in his value system?
You know what you call that mentality, Azim? Entitlement.
Yeah.
We feel we are entitled to good things without having to work for those good things. That's not how it works. I've never seen it work that way. Have you? Maybe I miss it.
No,
I don't feel like that's how things work, man. So.
But the point I'm making is that a lot of times we need to stop complaining over the results we didn't get for the work we didn't do. Put in the work. Mm-hmm. If you're looking to foster a relationship with somebody, then of course you need to come to the table being something of value, something where you could add to the relationship. So a lot of times, for instance, you'll hear a lot of people say things like, I want a man. Right? But you don't really hear as much, I want to be in a relationship.
They just want a man.
They just want a man.
Okay. Well, like, good luck.
So when I hear them kind of things there, then them things is red flag for me. Because
why? She just want a man.
Yeah, she want a man. It's like when you say you want a dog. It's the same thing. When I hear people say they want a child, like that just freak me out.
Yeah, because so you go like you want a child, but
like
do you want to be a parent? Because that's more important.
But not only that, Jade, is more to me. It's not. Do I want a child? To me, the question is, do I want a child with insert partner, insert person, insert option? So
insert option.
Insert
Love
option.
Love it.
Right? So my thing is like the mentality of like, I want, not recognizing that in order to get this, you have to give this. Mm-hmm. That it's this reciprocal thing that really takes as much as you intend to receive.
Saying
then
it is wrong to want to be a parent, saying that you want, okay, you know what, you got it. You're correct.
My thing is the mentality. A lot of times we don't recognize how much we have to give to get.
Exactly. Saying that you want a child and not wanting to do the work for that child is very selfish.
And not only
why
that,
would you bring a child into the world to suffer just because you want it? You can't. I think
no. And I don't even think the intention is to make anything suffer. My thing is that there has to be a realization when you're saying that one, it is something that I have to give, but also two, that is something that now links me to this particular partner. So to have the thought to have a child, full stop, to me is totally disregarding the fact that really what is happening is that you're entering into this like this union, right?
So it's a child. It's a lot more than that,
right? So and I'm talking based on the context that we're saying in terms of relationship. Like you have to recognize that you are now entering into something with somebody, but at the times, even the way we speak about these things, we don't actually acknowledge that fact. Mm-hmm. So a child, like in other words, I could want a child with so and so, but I might not want a child with so and so. So does it mean that I both want a child and don't want a child? It's just that I'm moving the conversation further than I just want a child. And then as I move it forward and more facts start to come into like the realm of the conversation, then I come to different conclusions.
Yeah, because if people just went, I want a child and got them, well, I mean, we don't see it happening. That's why the courthouse is always full. So,
Do you think we need to take a break? I think we need to take a break.
just saying.
Guys, we're going to take a break and be back with more Island Tea. Get ready to jump into tea time. See you guys in a second.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib. It's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
It's tool season at Horswood's Building and Nevis Centers, and we're making it easy to get the right tools for your home improvement. For this April Tools Month, hundreds of tools store-wide have been slashed by 25% off. That's 25% off tools store-wide, from drills to cutters, wrenches to hammers, and much more. It's tool season at Horswood's this April with 25% off store-wide on tools. Horswood's Building and Nevis Centers, St. Kitts and Nevis' favorite home improvement stores, making home improvement easy. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. It is Hump Day.
We have for there.
And we're just about halfway through the show as well, Jade.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, what is happening in the world, my dear? Well, then call you my fair lady for the rest of the show, like you call it did. Fair lady, fair lady. I just do that vibes.
Yeah. I mean, he had some wrong information, but vibes nonetheless. So, CDC ranks St. Kitts and Nevis one of the lowest risk destinations during COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, good. You know. The center, but wait, we wasn't on a couple lists. Okay. The Center for Disease Control in the United States has now put St. Kitts and Nevis at level 1 on its COVID-19 travel recommendations, the agency's lowest risk category for traveling during the pandemic. The CDC updated its ranking on Monday, April 11th, and the Federation is one of two destinations in the region to earn the coveted ranking. The coveted ranking. Oh my God. The other being St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Honorable Mac Brantley, Premier of Nevis and Minister of Foreign Affairs and Aviation of St. Kitts and Nevis, is applauding local authorities for successfully managing the COVID-19 outbreak. Mr. Brantley is also the Minister of Tourism in the Nevis Island Administration. I wish to commend the National COVID-19 Task Force headed by Abdia Samuel and the Nevis Task Force headed by Dr. Judy Nisbet for their Herculean efforts on behalf of us all. It is their efforts and the army of frontline workers who have pushed our vaccination and public education campaigns and stood firm in the fight against COVID-19. Why St. Kitts and Nevis can now enjoy being ranked as one of the lowest risk destinations in the world by the CDC. Yes.
Okay. We've touted we've also given commendation to the local task force, and so what I'm about to say ain't got nothing to do with them and the job that they did. Jade, you were going on. I was like, wait, yo, we wasn't on some lists before too.
Lists, plural.
This nonsense that these people just do when they come and decide that they're ranking and deciding
where should
people go, who's safe and all these kind of things here. I am totally over it. 1 minute, you can decide people shouldn't go there because or XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. And then they come up with all kind of reasons. They post on blacklist for all kind of reasons. Or we want you to come in and just be able to go in the bank and watch and see who got what money, or put them on a blacklist. Or you can't just come in here and take up your citizens and go with them up and down the place, or put them on a blacklist. Time and time again, we a country depending on tourism. We constantly in a situation, right? Whether or not you agree with all the decisions that the task force made, we were, for the most part, spared from the harshest impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. At the same time, you got people deciding, oh, ain't safe to come here. The thing that's interesting to me, though, is that daily people dying in the place where they be. So how you telling me ain't safe to travel here, but it's safe to walk out your house?
The audacity.
Then the other problem I have is where our list them.
Wallace.
Where our list.
We would never make no list as him. You know that ain't happening.
And that is the problem I just be having all the time. The problem I have all the time is that we allow these people to execute all these things that affect us. And based on a lot of times their own agendas, it ain't something is not an unbiased stance.
Never is.
It's very much biased. Very much biased. You understand? So they're able to do what they want, whatever. Like, oh no, but we can't afford to do that. Like, we're trade partners or whatever. Like, watch here. Once the status quo is maintained, that will gonna happen. Let people come, treat us how they want, treat us how they want, treat us, and as we go, oh well, we got to. No, okay. Oh, so we're doing lists now. That's what we're doing. We're doing lists. Okay, no problem. Let's start do some lists. You determine what you're going to do. And even if we got to do it as a block, even if you have to do it as a block, whether it's CARICOM, OECS, the Caribbean, whatever it is, when they're up there doing all this stupidness, watch here. They just come here, and I said they're talking now specifically the US, based on the tax system. Okay, you're a Kittian, but you hold dual citizenship, you got to pay taxes in the States, you know?
Yeah. Where you feel like you're exempt?
Oh.
Yeah, you live there.
But they're one of the few places where that could happen, eh? One of the few places that's where the tax system set up.
Yeah, because
if we go do that there, one, well, the citizens of the country gonna make all kind of noise.
Oh, well,
then,
you're gonna be taxed.
But they make it another. Oh, but you working in the States, where you gotta send home money?
But you're working here and you're sending.
But the people who working here send back money to States, nobody complaining. You know where I'm coming from? If we start to go and decide, look, y'all up there doing too much nonsense with y'all stock market. Y'all got people on Reddit determining how the economy running.
On Reddit.
On Reddit. You know what? No, y'all need to clean up your system. Y'all got random old men sitting in boardrooms, crashing housing markets, giving out loans to people. Y'all up there literally walking down the street and killing people because of the color of their skin. If we go out and put a list that got to do with all them things there now, people
everybody
up in uproar.
Everybody up in arms. How y'all could do that? How y'all could be discriminated against the tourists that we need and this and that, like, bro.
But then allow them on one day to determine, hey, you know what, guys, don't go down there. You got a lot of COVID down there.
COVID.
Don't put your money in the banks. Don't invest in the infrastructure. Don't invest in the economies. Don't give them money. Don't crowdfund the projects that the entrepreneurs trying to build. Don't none of that there.
But you know what they can do? When it's safe for them to do, according to the CDC, come down and enjoy our sun-sand and beaches while we cater to their every need as them.
Yeah, because we feel the need to just constantly placate these people.
Vibes. I love it.
1 minute, yeah, don't go there. Guys, there's literally at the time you're saying this, places in these same countries where people are being stored in refrigerated containers because the morgues are full. And you're telling them people who live down the block from the refrigerated containers, don't come St. Kitts. They need to be asking St. Kitts, yeah, I could take a couple of them because right now we got a problem up here. But anyway.
According to this commenter, we don't have no global influence.
Yeah.
So
continually allow yourself to just be taken advantage of.
Vibes.
Yeah. That's why when you start talking to people about global partnerships and these kind of things, they're buying on them as well. Because the persons who make the rules continually change the rules to benefit them. Constantly change the rules to benefit them. Oh, you could come back here now, but the cruise ships them was up there suffering all the time. The cruise ships them need you to come tell them they could come here. Because they hate coming down here with 30, 40, 50, 60% capacity. You know what I'm coming? You see where I'm coming from? So when the lobby them reach up and when the cruise ship lobby go in and say, no. What you need to do? The minister came in here and talk about the fact that they just come and say, well, if y'all ain't change your all threshold and the rules, we ain't coming. And so we now have to go in and decide that we are going to go and take a step back. Because guess what? Everybody competing. So what happened now? Antigua on this side, Barbados on this side. Oh, if only 1% of y'all people got COVID, let them come. So people say, oh man, if only 0.7% of people got COVID, let them come. Antigua over there going, but we ain't care who got COVID here. Everybody come.
I come.
So now we got to go this side. Bye, fellas.
What we gonna do? Yeah, we know what we gonna do.
What about you test your people them, and when the people them got COVID, you tell them stay home? What about you do? What about the fact that you're going on a self-contained floating city? Maybe you should have stringent levels of more stringent protocols for people to go on these literally floating cesspools.
Yeah.
Up to last night, I talked to my sister. She said she ain't like cruise ship because it's based because they have super germs.
Super germs.
Because they have super germs and thing and
Super
whatever.
germs?
And yeah, it's actually a thing.
I know, but super germs?
Right. So the place where the super germs them does be, you got lesser protocols than my entire country, but we the one who got to change. But we the ones who got to change.
I don't know when things are going to get better for us, but bye.
Divide and conquer, Jade. Divide and conquer. That's what they just stay doing.
It's crazy.
That's what they stay doing. But
Feel better? I feel like today's Thursday for you.
yeah, it's cool.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the same place that we was discussing. So, gunman opens fire on a Brooklyn subway. At least 16 injured. Yeah. A gunman filled a rush hour subway train with smoke and shot multiple people Tuesday, leaving wounded commuters bleeding on a Brooklyn platform as others ran screaming, authorities said. Police were still searching for the shooter. Officials said the gunman wounded at least 8 people and at least 16 in all were injured in some way in the attack at the 36th Street station in the borough's Sunset Park neighborhood. A train rider's video shows smoke and people pouring out of a subway car. Wails erupt as passengers run for an exit as a few others limp off the train. One falls to the platform and a person hollers, someone call 911. In the other video and photos from the scene, people tend to bloodied passengers lying on the platform. Some amid what appear to be small puddles of blood, and another person is on the floor of a subway car. Yeah, no, me doing that.
Right. Watch out. Let me tell you something, right?
America is a scary place, you know.
Let me tell you something. 8 minutes to 8 in the morning.
Minutes to 8.
People going to work, people going to school. Some of the injured persons were actually children. I think the youngest was maybe 12. There are 16-year-old or 18-year-old. Firstly, let me say, thank God nobody died.
Yes, because wow.
Not only that, you know, the investigators are saying no, this thing could have been way worse, but it seems as though he gun jab. I said, they ain't gonna God. The man in a subway, it's smoke bomb, start to let off, must see 33 shots or something like that, man let off here. Hit, like basically half of them bullets ain't hit nobody and nobody died. And the rest of the bullet, them when I was in the gun jam. You give God thanks for small mercies, you hear?
And this is a big one.
But let me tell you something, Jade, like, I don't know what it is that is happening. I don't know what happening, Jade.
I feel like it's because people were inside for too long. We're inside for too long. A lot of things started manifesting in people that probably didn't know was there. And now the world is chaotic.
When I came in here and started talking about the response and how we continually taught the praises of the persons who enacted certain protocols and stuff like that, I keep saying, yeah, on the surface it might look good, but we don't know what the real fallout of this thing is, you know. We don't know what the fallout is of children who don't know how to tell the mood of people, because for 2 years of their development, they never see nobody facial expression. We don't know why, like we don't know. Well, let me not say we don't know, because we started to see it.
I was about to say,
We started to see it.
no,
People.
we are going to find out, man.
Yeah, people chipping out.
As I remember how we've seen so many documentaries on things like solitary confinement and all of these
And the
things.
effects, yeah.
Okay.
Seeing some of the same.
When you isolate people for too long, especially in some circumstances where people are in terrible environments, when some people don't know, like some people have not had to go through these type of things, so now they're alone and isolated, and the thoughts start to just bubble. Like, you don't know what it does do to people. And we've seen what it does do to people right now.
Yeah. I think, and that's what I keep saying. I think we need to really start looking at how the pandemic really affected people. Yes, we're going to have all the studies on how much revenue was lost, the economic impact, how countries had to deal with it economically, how much billions of dollars people lost out as the tourism industry waned, as the entertainment industry waned, and things like that. But what about the effects of the policies we felt we had to put in place to deal with the pandemic itself? We're going to need to figure out what those effects are too, so we could combat them, you know. We need to figure out what those are as well. Not just like if it affect people, and that is one of the reasons I kept saying, one of the things I think we need to be better at is when we have responses to disasters, whether it be economic, whether it be a natural disaster, whether it be a health crisis, we need to start expanding the pool of people who contribute to the responses. It can't just be our good friends at NEMA. It can't just be the police and then politicians.
No, we need to talk to the mental health professionals. We need to talk to the psychiatrists.
Jay, we need to
the counselors. We need to talk to people who understand the effects of long-term isolation and long-term.
But Jay, I'm talking about in anything, you know. Let's say like I keep saying, let's say we have let's look at 2007, 2008 with the economic crisis that happened in the US, right?
And people were literally trying to sell off of buildings and stuff.
People was literally like loosening the tie on their shirt and then leaping out of buildings.
Bruh. No, not to avoid nothing in the building, you know.
But Jay, this is what I'm saying. The people at the table discussing, hey, what we should do were economists and politicians. It seems to me that there is then a response that is not truly tailored to the situation at hand. That there's parts of the response that are like part of the situation that won't get attended to because there's nobody at the table who understands what the problem is.
Yeah, like I don't understand how you watch people leap off buildings and forget to add the aspect. Like maybe we should add somebody who knows how to deal with people who do not know how to deal with these situations mentally.
You want me to tell you why? Because the thing we care about is not people. We care about money. So who are the people who are going to be involved in the conversation around what to do? It's going to be the people who understand the situation around what we're trying to protect. We're trying to protect money.
Yep. That's a fact.
So when we start, and this is not to say that those people shouldn't be involved. For instance, here we had a lot of talk from the chamber. The president of the chamber would be at the briefings. And made several presentations, as she should.
As she should.
as she should. Because of course everybody care about what going on with the money. You know?
No, because that could
Everybody want
could
to
lead to some mental strains, like hence why the people was jumping out of the buildings. But we have to deal with that part too. Like we have to deal.
We have to deal with people.
Yeah.
People. And I kept saying, it seems as though a lot of times when we start talking about these things, a lot of times what we forget is that we're dealing with people.
We have to have people at the table that know how to deal with people, who do it professionally. Just so we have the economists, just so we have the lawyers, the doctors, all of these people, we need people who know how to deal with mental. Like, I don't understand, how is that, like, I mean, no, it's getting better in some countries, but why is that not a big aspect? Why, like, we often deal with people who do, like, outrageous things that the normal person wouldn't do, right?
Mm-hmm.
We look at how people who study these people were hired because they want to know how to avoid these situations from happening. We see it all the time with the serial killers. That's how they started being able to catch some of these people, because they were talking to those people. But when it comes to like everyday life and dealing with the strains and stuff, it's like, unless you get real serious, I mean, not like, because even when you're real serious, they still don't consider it.
Let me put it this way. You're talking about like mental health. So people might feel like, for me, I'm thinking about like psychologists and therapists and so that's what you're talking about here. My thing is, if we live in a society and we're trying to foster the proper running of said society, we need sociologists. People who understand society. People who understand human behavior. People who have degrees and specialist training in human behavior. You understand? Human behavior. Like the whole thing, it'll be because we forget that we're dealing with people. We don't include people who understand people. Like, that's what happened.
I would think that would be the first step now.
I believe anything you need to have a sociologist involved. Anything. Because what has happened is the people who are on the table, even the best intentions, even their best intentions, a lot of time they get it wrong with how people are going to. We talk about it here all the time. How many of these politicians and campaigns and political parties have somebody who is literally trained in the art of political strategy? It's people who are involved in who's a doctor, lawyer, banker, marketing, something, right? Mm-hmm. Them is the people around them, but they have nobody who actually understand. I tell you, when I went to school, I worked on Obama campaign, right? The first one. And my job was literally just to walk around and give out certain packets. Now, depending on what the little device they gave me had on, I know what packet to give the person. Now, how they figure out what a packet is? They figure it out from using Google and things. So there's people who go in, oh, this household, the IP address at this household, they like to watch videos and such and such and such and such. They create a profile for the person, and then they say, okay, with this person here, give them the packet to do with the healthcare. This packet over here, give them the packet to do with job creation. Because they're strategizing based on the personalities and the profile of the people. You understand where I'm coming from? Here, we just have people who have no idea what's going on and start thinking that they know. So then the discussions around the tables really ain't based on anything except those persons' limited life experience.
This is what I feel like you should do, so they could come and vote for you. You're wrong.
They get it wrong all the time. We see it all the time, Jade. They get it wrong all the time. They get it wrong all the time because they have their own agendas, they have their own feelings, their own views, but it might not be informed by fact. Or not, let me say not because not that it's not informed by fact, it might be informed by their particular life experience. But recognizing that your particular life experience is limited and that what we're trying to do here is a numbers thing. We're trying to get something that appeals to the most amount of people. So we might be falling short. And a lot of times, whenever we have these round tables where they're discussing how do we move forward, they don't include the people who understand people. They don't do it. They don't do it. You stand up there and you watch the people who are involved. in some of these task force.
I'm like, who are you?
No. Well, I don't normally do that. That's not my reaction. Because I could say why that person there. Like I know why the police there. You know, I know why the people who understand disaster management there. I understand the people who understand money there. I can understand all these things. But my thing to be like, but where the people who understand people?
See none in the crowd.
They home with us, Jade. They home with us going.
That's not gonna work.
Look at those Marxists. Look at those Marxists. Those Marxist Leninists. Can't they know what's going on?
Oh dear.
Oh boy. Yeah.
We gotta take a break, friend.
Yeah,
A quick one.
Guys, we're gonna be right back with more Island Tea right here on Main Media SKN. Stick and stay.
Delicious. Lightly salted, tasty, and oh so fresh.
Delicious, multigrain, crispy, full of flavor, and so guilt-free.
Licious, buttery blend, golden brown, melts in your mouth, and of course, you just want more.
Things that make you go, Licious, the new snack cracker from Wabisco. Buttery blend, multigrain, or lightly salted. Ready to snack straight from the pack. Try them today.
Magnum. Take charge, take charge, take charge, take charge, take charge. Everybody put your Magnum in the air now. From you a drink Magnum, let me see. Take charge of things now your place now. From the river to the beach to the street. Hot Magnum when me have in a me hand there. He are a sipper, she tell me sweet. Look for me watch for your quick time check. Yeah. Right now a Magnum a for your beat. Enjoy yourself every day of the week with a Magnum. My life I forget sweeter. Must be 18 years and older to drink responsibly.
Delicious. Lightly salted, tasty, and oh so fresh.
Delicious, multigrain, crispy.
Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. We're jumping right back into tea time. Jade, yet another story that is triggering. Jade's picks by. Jade's picks.
Listen, the reason I picked this is because I followed this one closely. Because it was so interesting.
It was something.
It was
something. I don't know if I'd call it interesting, but it was something.
It was interesting to me because I still can't understand, like, why? What was it? Anyway. So, Shari Papini admits to faking 2016 kidnapping, says she is very sorry. She's very sorry as
I gotta say sorry.
Yeah. The California mother charged with lying about a 2016 abduction that set off a nationwide search admitted Tuesday that her story about being kidnapped was fake.
Anybody know this is 2022? Okay. Because it's 2016, this thing, that mean. She might be it might have been a little delayed confession,
A
little delayed
bit.
confession.
You know.
Okay. Tuesday? Okay, cool.
Sherry Papini, 39. Whoa, wait, sorry, I missed something. She said that she was deeply ashamed and that she would spend the rest of her life trying to make amends.
Oh.
I know. Sherry Papini, 39, said in a statement released by her lawyer that she was so very sorry for the pain I've caused my family and friends, all the good people who needlessly suffered because of my story, and those who worked hard to try to help me. I will work the rest of my life to make amends for what I've done, she said.
Work on the chain gang now? Continue, Jane.
According to a plea agreement filed Tuesday in U.S. District Court for Eastern California, Papini agreed to plead guilty to 2 counts of mail fraud and lying to a law enforcement officer, charges that carry maximum sentences of 20 years and 5 years respectively. According to the document, Papini will pay more than $300,000 in restitution to federal, state, and local agencies. Prosecutors said they would recommend reduced sentences. Papini, a mother of 2 from Redding, was arrested last month, nearly 6 years after she was reported missing on November 24, 2016. 3 weeks after she vanished, she was found 146 miles south on Interstate 5 with a chain around her waist. She had injuries that authorities now believe were self-inflicted, and a brand on her shoulder that she blamed on her abductors, federal authorities said last month. Papini described her kidnappers as 2 Hispanic women who held her against her will.
Brownies, that's what she
Yeah, man. An allegation that prompted an FBI sketch artist to develop a portrait and led to a search in California and other states that lasted 5 years, authorities said.
5 years searching for these people, eh?
that don't exist.
That don't exist.
In truth, Papini had been voluntarily staying with a former boyfriend in Costa Mesa and had harmed herself to support her false statements, the U.S. Attorney's Office said in a statement. The ex-boyfriend also told authorities that he picked her up in Redding after she told him she needed to get away. He admitted to branding her shoulder with a wood-burning tool. In August 2020, authorities said Papini lied to officers when they confronted her with evidence that the kidnapping was fake, the prosecutor's office said. And from 2017 to 2021, she requested $30,000 in victim assistance funds that were used to pay for her therapy visits.
Of course.
And the ambulance that took her to the hospital after she was found.
Mm-hmm.
Papini was scheduled to be arraigned Wednesday, federal court records say.
This comes back to something I was saying all the time. Who is allowed to lie?
Y'all, this ain't even like surface, you know. This lady disappeared, right? Had her husband find her headphones, hair ripped out, attached to the headphones on the floor, where she said she went running. The husband called the police, told them that his wife is missing. You know, they start to watch funny.
Huzzy
nearly get locked up for this. They thought the husband killed her. What was that movie that they made about this? Well, it was...
Yeah. It was kind of loosely based on this.
Yes.
Yeah.
This woman had people watching the husband sideways, thinking this man killed her. Meanwhile, she shock up with she man. She shock up with she man as him.
Wow.
Come back, they find her on the highway. She lose all kind of weight. She look battered and bruised and all.
Things really wasn't working out with dude, you know.
I think she sent a mail. She sent an email.
Yeah.
No, she sent a letter.
A letter.
Got to be, things wasn't working out with the man, so she realized she got to come back home.
Let me tell you something, right? I was one of them people who were from the start saying, last Jesse in jail. When everybody was talking about, hate crime, I said, that there ain't a hate crime. Mm-hmm. Nothing about this making no sense.
No.
And when he came out in the 6 days or whatever, I said, okay.
You know, he put a song saying, Angel.
That fella there ain't good.
Yeah, I know that, clearly.
But I was one of them people saying, no, I ain't going to be here, like, championing the incarceration of some black man for running a scam. The scams that all these people are getting up. But he could have sit down for a couple more days.
Mm.
You gotta sit down for a couple. Sometimes you need to sit down for a couple more days
and think about your decisions. Yeah.
This lady here literally had she husband as a murder suspect.
I forgot about. You said head wasn't good. There was this man, right? Attention is a hell of a drug in Azim.
Yep.
There was this white man. Why she keep commenting this over and over? What's happening here? Is this a bat?
Yes, it's a bat. Yeah, it's a bat.
Wow. This white man.
People don't talk like that, but yeah.
No, they do sometimes. Decided to get involved with the case, right? Azim, how he got involved? He popped up, told the husband that she said she's not a woman. We're just making sure. We're just making sure.
How she knows what we talking about?
Because she knows she commenting it over and over. But yeah, so he popped up. He told the husband that this anonymous donor was willing to put up this amount of money to
help find the lady or whatever.
To appeal to the kidnappers, right? He hopped on the internet and was talking to the kidnappers. Mind the kidnappers exist, eh?
No, kidnappers exist, yeah.
But he talking to them crazy, like, you know, like he had them beefing for real. Like he telling them all kind of things. He threatening them and stuff, right? The ransom expired. He come back out again and he was like, if now the ransom expired, we're going to offer the money to the citizens. The citizens is who is going to get this money if they just come forward and give us any information. The next day they find him. You know this man take credit for this. Was on all type of radio.
Yeah. I remember that now. No, I remember it now, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
sir.
Saying he was the reason why she was found and blah 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 and yeah.
Attention is a hell of a drug in Azim.
Yeah.
It's the same with like you believe in psychics? Before I even continue.
I believe in spirits and I believe that there's people who might be in tune with them. So yeah, we could say that. Most of the psychics I don't know, but yeah.
Some of them they'll just be is attention.
Like Miss Cleo?
Miss Cleo was wild.
Miss Cleo was on a level, eh? Call me now. Let Miss Cleo sort you out.
Miss Cleo was making money.
Miss Cleo was a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
I know Pano used to drive about Miss Cleo.
Listen, Miss Cleo was making money. All because she used to tell people that she know things about the future.
About the past, really. She used to talk with the dead ancestors. That's what it was.
Yeah, but she used to tell them, like, you know.
Oh, what happened to them, yeah. What happened to them, yeah. Bye.
Attention, boy. But back to the story. Again, attention, because why is it that you couldn't just go buy your man and come back? Why you had to cause a national... As if this was all over the news.
It is a 5-year. It was a 5-year man search by the FBI. No, the FBI looking for you. 5 years they can't find you.
No. She was no. That was looking for her for 5 years.
No, not her.
The kidnappers. Yeah,
the FBI was looking for them for 5 years. The people who this woman just make up. Imagine how the sketch artists feel, man. The sketch artists, they're like, I just draw a whole person that ain't exist.
Skills and vibes. But I come back to something like. I feel like these people need to be lost in jail for real because not only are you making up these stories, you're using a subset of people that you already know discriminated against to push your agenda. Same thing with this woman who killed she to train them over a man. This white woman decided that she wanted the man more than she wanted to train them. So
that's so crazy, yo.
No, it is.
That's wild.
What?
That's wild.
She went on this drive with she kids, middle of the night, murdered both babies, a toddler and a baby, and said that she was hijacked by 2 black men.
Oh, remember that? Yes, of course.
Meanwhile, she killed the trainer over a man, and the man still didn't want to miss jail. I can't understand the mentality.
See, the man who we talked about the other day from England, right?
Which one?
The man who basically, like, fake he kidnapping too. And was by the pool.
Oh, in his Guyana he was? When he went on a break?
Yeah, he went on a break. I can't understand that.
Nobody. All the man do is tell his family a lie. I mean, he had the family, yeah, but, like, you know, it wasn't so serious.
But this woman hereby, wow.
She had people, she literally was willing to send her husband jail over a man. over a man. She was willing to suffer, lose weight, brand herself. He must be had the most amazing
Personality
because
personality.
how you let a man brand you over personality?
Over something.
Another P word. Another P word.
But I don't know, Jade.
Susan Smith. Is Susan Smith? I think so. Yeah.
I don't know, man. It people need to. And the thing for me is that when you talk to these people afterwards, it's almost like they almost feel as though like they really shouldn't pay no cost for these kind of things.
Ma'am, no. You literally cost
Who's allowed
tax
to lie? Who's allowed to lie? That's the question.
Lowly white women.
And which ones?
Rich white men too. Yeah.
Because they wanted to last Jussie, yeah. They wanted to last Jussie in jail.
As a music.
All Jussie do is trouble bleach on himself and wrap a rope on his neck.
It's normal behavior.
He needed a timeout for sure.
Yeah, he needed a little sit down.
He needed a timeout. But these things are on a whole different level.
No, and we see it in everything. Look for example, right? The Academy Award banned Will Smith for 10 years. These men got all kind of rapists, child molesters, abusers, everybody, but because they make great films, they're allowed to stay. Granted, what Will Smith do was wrong. But where is the punishment for these people who doing even worse things?
Jade, we see in some of the videos, Jade, all I can say, Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson. Nobody show Mel Gibson out the Academy.
Nobody at all. Alec Baldwin killed a whole woman recently.
On set.
He good. He's good money. Roman Polanski. The man went to a different country just to escape being punished for what he was doing to kids. No, that's Roman Polanski? Which one of them was molesting kids and they went to a different country?
Which one? You wait to ask which one?
It's a couple of them for sure.
Yeah.
It's a couple of them for sure.
Harvey Weinstein was there for years and years, touching people all over the place who in the same academy.
Obviously, now me hear nobody. Well,
and everybody seemed to know. Everybody seemed to know.
But yet, Will Smith slap off a man and he's the pariah. I love it.
The man ain't personal charges himself.
And refuse to talk about it until somebody pay him for it.
Yeah, there's really no balance, no equity. Yeah, no equity.
Not at all. But let's talk about something even wilder. Because it keeps coming across my timeline and I cannot stop it. I cannot stop it as in. So, it says, I am a 61-year-old nan of 17, aka she's a granny of 17 kids, and proud to have taken my 23-year-old man's virginity. Our sex life is great.
That's a bit quote?
Yes. And then in a 37-year-old, a granny, for the Caribbean people, in a 37-year-old age gap relationship has revealed how she is desperate to have kids with her 24-year-old husband.
Her name is Sarah and the partner name Abraham, no?
Cheryl, actually.
Oh, Cheryl. Okay.
Yes.
The S name's close.
Somebody said, what? Read that again. I said a granny in a 37-year-old age gap relationship has revealed how she is desperate to have kids with her 24-year-old husband. The granny in mention is 61 years old.
And partner is 24.
20 fresh 4.
No, but he was 23. At least 23 when they started dating.
Yeah. Let's see how long they was together. So Cheryl McLean, 61, is married to Kieran McCain, and the pair first started dating in 2020 and have been inseparable ever since.
So he was maybe around 22.
Y'all can see. Wait. There we go. Look at the happy couple now. The pair are now looking into surrogacy and adoption to grow their family. Can you stop? Kieran said, we were initially hoping to conceive naturally, but due to the age that isn't likely.
They understand biology?
We know it might be a bit unconventional because Cheryl might not be around for as long as I am. Sorry. But she trusts that I will be a great father. Our family is very supportive of our decision.
Of course, I don't know what kind of Cheryl.
The influencer lost his virginity to the grand of 17 when he was 23 and she was 60.
Imagine I went to school with your grandchild. I went to school with my girlfriend grandson.
The couple sex life is great and he has no regrets. He said when it comes to only being with one person, I don't see that as a problem. Personally, I don't think sex is something you should share with just anybody. No disrespect to people who do, but that's not for me. I think that it's a sacred ritual and it should be shared with someone special. He said he doesn't feel like he missed out by choosing Cheryl to be his first. Cheryl is his second girlfriend, but his first girlfriend refused to take his virginity. Oh dear. Oh dear. He said, I've had one girlfriend before Cheryl, but she broke my heart when I was about 15. I thought I was going to lose my virginity to her, but she had more experience than me, so she wasn't interested. After that, I didn't see anybody or talk to anybody until Cheryl. Honestly, no one was really interested in me until she was. He also said life is short.
Let me ask you a question, Jade.
Don't ask me none. Please, refrain from asking me anything.
Okay, I'll speak then.
Thank you.
I generally don't have issues with people no matter the age gap, right? People can say, I see people talking about, sugar mama, money got to be involved, all these kind of things. Perhaps, I don't have an issue with that. I keep saying, for me, what is important is once we're dealing with consenting adults who are clear as to what is happening between us. If it's a money transaction, cool. If it's whatever, cool. Once the people involved understand what the situation is, they are adults and everybody's consenting to the arrangement, more power to y'all, right?
But y'all ain't got to tell us.
But no, not only that.
No,
but my thing is,
stop telling us.
But a couple of things, it does raise certain questions for me, right?
Couple questions.
Okay. I mean, like, what you think they're talking about? From how they're talking, seems like they don't do much talking. But they want to. They're gonna have to
You're
have.
So confused, but you don't know what to say. You just.
It seems as what's the.
Get it out, friend. Get it out.
No, all of this is just my curiosity. The thing what gets me upset though is when they start talking about the children. Right? The whole children. You thought you was going to be giving this 23-year-old man a child at 67?
61? No, 67. Wait, is 67? 61, yeah?
61.
Please don't add no age to Cheryl.
Like, come on, like...
When she was 41, he was 4.
Do you believe this
Vibes.
is the... You believe that's the best environment for these kids?
No. The man say listen. The man literally said Cheryl ain't gonna be around to raise this child, but she knows I'll be a good dad.
Those
when
are
we
the-
talk about you shouldn't have, this is the example we was given
Yeah,
when we said,
You see how crazy it sound now? You see how crazy it sound now?
what I listen again? Come, because when we said you shouldn't just say, wait, what we said this morning?
Just say you shouldn't just want a child. Understanding that it should be something that that has to do with who you're partnering with. This is the kind of things we're talking about. If you and this person want to have whatever type of relationship, whatever type of understanding, it ain't none of my business. More power to you. Again, it might cause some questions in my brain.
Cheryl is a hot thing. Cheryl is a hot thing. Cheryl has.
But children, you want
she has 17 grandchildren. 17 grandchildren.
But she want to give him one.
No, just pick up one from the little that I don't have.
That's all you got to do.
They don't have fresh babies.
Raise one of your grandchildren together.
They have fresh babies. You don't need to bring any more into the situation. Because you said it yourself, you know this child's mom is not going to be around. And I feel the same way when older men get kids with younger women too. Because they know that they're not going to be around. And these kids need parents too. Like, you think kids want to grow up knowing that the parents pass away young? No. Why y'all putting the kids in this situation?
We know that parents aren't going to be here forever with their children. But most parents, I believe, would hope that they're around long enough.
At least like 10 years, man.
They're around long enough to impart as much knowledge and wisdom in their children. If that is a question, then perhaps you shouldn't have kids. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that is the job.
It is
that's literally the job. If you're not going to be able to come, if you know at the start that anything could happen, Jade.
Mm-hmm.
Anything could happen. But you can't. Let me say, you shouldn't go into it understanding that you're not going to be able to complete the job.
That's a very wild. And that's why I keep saying, stop putting all of this information on the internet. Please. No, don't stop. Because, listen, if y'all stop, we're going to stop about. But please. Because, like, Cheryl Yali had to tell us this. Cheryl Yali had to tell us this. We already watching this, saying that the same for us. We're not going to judge. We're trying to be open-minded here.
I don't care. Like, to be honest, I don't care if a 61-year-old dating a 23-year-old. I don't necessarily care. Once everybody involved, like I say, everybody of age, obviously is of age, and everybody consents to exactly what is happening.
But you know who don't consent to these things? The child that you're trying to bring here. The child ain't asking for this.
Precisely. That is the thing. The child ain't on a choice.
Cheryl was taking a big risk just trying to give this man a child on her own, because Cheryl
but
is
then
at the age.
But I'm going to bring in other people in it now.
Bruh.
Why I'm going to bring in other people in it? Now, the thing is, to me now, the fact that you're talking about surrogacy as an option means to me that some money involved in this. So the thing is, people would go and say, oh, you can't just assume there is a money situation. But that type of information now brings some light to...
Because it ain't cheap, man.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
It's not cheap at all.
It's not cheap.
But you know what, Cheryl? Best of luck to this happy couple.
Yeah, in terms of the two of them and having a relationship.
Don't bring the children into this, please. Leave the kids out of this.
Yeah, but more power to the two of you.
Yeah, y'all have enough kids on the side already. Just, if y'all need some serotonin, as my roommate does call it, go over to their house, visit, spend some time with your grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
You're good to go. Go back home and cuddle up or do whatever y'all knits, whatever y'all is do together. Just don't bring children into this place. Anyway, we have to leave, Azim.
Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. What a roller coaster it has been.
Yes. Plenty of relationship advice. plenty from top to bottom.
Guys, yes, it's that time. We're going to leave. We're going to go. We're going to disembark. Thank you guys for joining us today on, Win Media SKN, where you're logged on your Facebook, on your YouTube, on Win Media SKN website, or, one of the other digital platforms, LinkedIn, etc., etc., etc. We appreciate you big time. Those of you who log on 98.9 on your FM dial, big up the callers. Axman, you're a problem.
You're the timeline terrorist. You are a big problem, boy.
Trying to look at that picture, see if that picture is actually the 27-year-old. Axman seems like he know a lot about the relationship. Axman seems to know a lot about Cheryl. I'm trying to wonder if By chance, you're 24, Axman?
Oh boy.
But guys, it's been amazing. Jade,
Somebody said this Holy Week is on into Holy and the
bye.
show.
Somebody, bye.
We're going to do better tomorrow. Tomorrow is the meeting there. Plus, oh yes.
Nobody care about meeting.
Meeting Eve. I will keep it alive. It's only me alone.
Timo know what he was doing. If Timo realized too much people seem like they're waiting on anything, Timo just walk out. Guys, it's Holy Week. I'm going to watch the Saints' feet.
He's a problem, you know. He's a problem.
Timo will, watch here, this meeting, it's going to happen, you know. And there'll be things discussed and things will come up. One, I don't think we'll ever know exactly what happened in the meeting. That's the first thing. The second thing, I don't think we'll ever get any resolution to this meeting once he hot in the thing. You don't cool long.
Yeah.
People ain't as hype about it as thing. But that would be a good time. That would be a good time to just get dealt with.
Get out the way?
Yeah,
we continue to move on.
Yeah, we continue to move on. So whichever way we deal with it, we just deal with it. But yeah. Yeah, guys, remember, please stop complaining over the results you didn't get for the work you didn't do. Please. Too much people doing that. And this another one too. Very relevant. Very relevant. Spend more time living your content than posting it.
Please, Kawi was good never know about Cheryl and she young thing. Was good never know about Cheryl and she young thing. She didn't post. Anyway.
Yeah.
Happy for Cheryl.
And guys, remember you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. We're going to see you guys tomorrow.